This Excel sheet is attached to question 4 for the estimation of the Taylor rule for the St. Louis Fed in America. For the first part of this question, for the Excel sheet, we've used simple coefficients to go with inflation and the natural log of GDP. For this model, using these coefficients, our Taylor model estimated a rate of 11.36%, which is in comparison to the actual Fed target rate set for the 1st of January 1984, which was 9.375%. What's interesting to notice is that 6 months after this event, the federal target rate was actually raised to 11.25 and again up as far as 11.5%. For the second part, we have used the linear regression model to establish true coefficients and an intercept. For this, we have used the same equation as we have over side here, where we have the real inflation rate, which is the inflation rate, plus the target inflation rate, or the equilibrium rate. We have the real inflation rate less the desired inflation rate, and we have the natural log of the real GDP less the natural log of the potential GDP. When we run a linear regression model, with all data being divided into quarterly rates, based on the quarterly Fed rate, we use the quarterly Fed rate as our Y function. We have then our quarterly real rate, our quarterly inflation rate, and our quarterly GDP as adjusted to meet the requirements of the Taylor equation in this section here. The data was compiled from the 1st of January 1984 and covered a period up to 2013. As we can see, the coefficients as estimated here, and as we can see the standard errors, and we can see our R squared and our F value. For this, we have eventually arrived at an equation which describes the Fed rate as being equal to our negative intercept plus our coefficient of the real rate, our coefficient by the inflation, and our coefficient by the natural log of GDP. So as we apply our model using the various coefficients, we've applied here a measure giving us an equilibrium rate after adjustments of 8.63, and the actual rate was 8.68 for the same time period.